I'm sure you can all agree that there are a lot of things in life that maybe you're not consistent with, but your evening routine should be something that you do focus on. And I wanted to bring you along tonight. I'm 54 and I wanted to share what my routine is. Now, normally I would be in here with my jammies on already and my hair up in a messy bun. But for the sake of these videos, I'm just here with my regular clothes on. And my routine consists of 3 different steps. The first step is my makeup removal. Then I do my skincare routine, and then I do my HRT, my hormone replacement therapy. So you may see that the videos, I'm recording these in different sessions. So you're going to see that I have a different output on in different videos. However, this is the routine. I'm very consistent with this. I've been on HRT now for 7 months, and it has been life-changing. So I'm going to bring you along. I'm going to go through my routine with you. I'm going to share everything. And I'm curious to know what your routine consists of and if you are consistent with your evening routine and your morning as well. Now, don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you don't miss any of my videos. I do post a video every Monday night, and I also add in a few videos here and there throughout the week, including lives, so I would hate for you to miss anything. I'm here to share everything I can about midlife experiences, good, bad, and ugly, and I hope that you'll join me. The first part of my routine is to wash my face, and I've been using this here, the original makeup eraser, for years. This little ultra soft cloth here replaces about 2,500 wipes. It's good for 200 washes, and it's super soft. I love how even the stitching is very soft. There's nothing here that's going to scratch your face. It's going to take off waterproof mascara, a full face of makeup, sunscreen, everything with just a little bit of warm water. All we need to do is really just get this wet, takes everything off. So let's get to using this. Now, this could be scary because this is 54-year-old skin. I've got a lot of sun damage. I normally don't come here without any makeup on, but I want to show you how it works because this is such a great product. So let's get to it. Let's get all of this wiped off. So it's very simple. All you need to do is just saturate the cloth with warm water. I sometimes like to use cold water actually. And then I like to just squeeze it out a bit to get rid of some of the water. And then it's good to be used. I've got the eraser all wet and I'm going to get started. So basically I always start with my face first, my cheek area and my chin and forehead, and then I'll do my eyes and lips last because it's going to take off the most amount of product. And you really just need to go in a circular motion, nothing too crazy. And as I said, you don't even need any product. The eraser does everything for you. So I'm going to go up here. So yeah, just a matter of going in circular motion to get everything off. And then you can see here the product. So I'm going to flip this around. Actually, I'm going to keep it back on this side and I'm going to do my lips. So now this is the Maybelline lipstick that is impossible to get off. It stays all day, but it does come off with this magic makeup eraser. So there we are, and we've got the product. So I'm going to flip this around now and do the eyes. Now watch this, because this is going to take off all the mascara. So just again, just a matter of doing some gentle circular motion. Like that, and then you can see here, it's come off. And I'm going to do the other side. So this is my routine. Now it's taking longer because I'm showing you in this video, but really, I mean, you could have this done in a minute and a half, 2 minutes. And then I move on to my skincare routine, which will be in the video just after this, which I recorded on a separate night. So you'll notice that I have a different outfit on. But this is how amazing this product is. It doesn't take a whole lot, just some warm water or cold water. Actually, I'm using cold water. And you just continue to rub it. And that is basically it. There's that. And this, you can just throw this in the washing machine. It's good for up to 200 washes. Love it. I saw that they had an affiliate link. I immediately jumped at it because I'm not going to come here and share products with you that I haven't already used myself and don't love. So don't forget to head on over to Amazon, and I do have the links below where you can order this wonderful product. And I would love to know if you've tried this and what you think. But that is it. That's step number 1. This is the scary part. This is no makeup. Everything's been washed off with the makeup eraser. This is 54-year-old skin with no medical intervention. This is what it is. So next part of my routine at night is to do my skincare. And I've been using the Body Shop products since high school, which was in the 80s. I've tried so many different products over the years. I get so overwhelmed when I go into any of those big brand makeup stores. There's just so many different things in there, so many products. I don't know what half of them do. Trust me, I've tried so many of them. None of them really work. So I just stick with my trusted brand, the Body Shop. I've been buying stuff there since I was, 14, 15. And it's never really let me down, this brand. So I have my routine here I'm going to share with you. And I love Body Shop too because they've been around for so long, 1976. And they're vegan and cruelty free. I love that. They try to advocate for fair beauty. So let me show you what my routine is. Actually, maybe I'll put my hair up so it's not in the way here everywhere. Actually, I recently have done a video about how I color my hair myself. I do my own roots that I'll tag here. It'll be here for you to review. So after I take off all my makeup, I like to start with a toner. So I've got this Chinese ginseng and rice toner. And that makeup eraser does an incredible job. Everything is gone. So I just kind of go in here with this toner just to kind of freshen things up. Just to, in case there's anything that I missed. And like you can see, there's not a whole lot. Pretty much everything comes off with the eraser. So I just do that, let that freshen up a bit. And then I love their Body Shop, the vitamin C serum. So this vitamin C serum, it's to help with uneven texture and color. So I usually do this, I put this on, maybe a couple times a week. In between when I'm using this serum, I do my usual routine. So this is the Vitamin C Glow Revealing Serum. So I put that on. I leave it for, maybe 10 or 20 seconds just to kind of absorb. So that, wash my hand off. And like I said, I've tried so many products. Half of them don't work, let's just be honest. And some of this stuff is so expensive. And actually, I was so lucky when I went out to the Body Shop last week, they had their 40% off sale. So I got a lot of my products on sale. Now, also, I do have an affiliate link for them that I'll share down below. And again, I will say again and again and again, I would never come here and promote any product that I wasn't already using myself and happy with. So as I said, I've been using this since the 80s, their products. And actually, when I was at the store, I also saw that they brought back, they had in the 80s when I was in high school, they had like an oil perfume. It was in a round jar, bottle, I guess. And it had like a dipping applicator. Oh my gosh, they had one of those. It was in a different scent, but it brought back memories because I remember that from the 80s. So, and I remember back in the day in the 80s when I was a teen, back then, no cell phone, thank God, no internet, no, Netflix and, Amazon and all that stuff. Basically, all we had was just going outside, taking the bus downtown. We would, on the weekends, take the bus downtown, go to the mall. We would go to the Body Shop. There are some of our favorite clothing stores. And then we would go to Novax. That's dating me a lot. We would go to Novax and they had those canvas crossbody bags. And then we would buy the pins. So that was a thing in the 80s. You collected those pins and, you know, your favorite bands or whatever. So that's how our weekends looked back then. But anyways, now that the serum has kind of evaporated into the skin, I have this vitamin E nourishing night cream. Now, I don't know, it's the lighting, it's hard to see. But so this is the bottle. So then I just put this on over top. It's like an additional barrier. Run this in. Over the years, I will say in my 20s, well, for sure in my 20s, well, in my teens, I did not treat my skin well. I was in the sun so much, baking every weekend I could, and we're in Canada, so when there was sun, we just soaked it all up. So obviously you see the damage from all of that here and over here. And I noticed that basically the sun damage kind of came in 10-year increments. So whatever you're doing now, you're going to see the damage. You know, you won't see it for 10 years. Although nowadays it's probably coming a lot sooner than the 10 years. So wear your sunscreen, folks. Wear a hat and stay out of the sun. That's my advice to you. So after I put on the cream, I do have their eye cream as well. So I'm going to let this absorb a little bit. So this is the Oils of Life eye cream. And this, you don't even need very much, like just a really tiny amount. Now, it is a cream, but it is more of a liquidier cream, if that makes sense. So you only need, like, this is how much I have. So I'm just going to dab that in. Same over here. And this is pretty much my routine. Like I said, yeah, I've tried so many things, all these expensive brands. Now, this stuff does have scent, and a lot of the brands do have very, very strong scent. But these, I find, are not terrible. But as also, it's vegan and animal cruelty free. So I love them. So that's my skincare routine. And normally when I go to bed too, I always wear my hair up in a bun. I just don't like my hair in my face. So anyways, if you have something different to share with your routine, let me know in the comments. That's part 2 of my routine. And then the next part of my routine is doing my hormone replacement therapy that I'm going to share next. But I'm happy to hear, let me know if I'm doing something that you're not doing, or if there's some suggestions that you have, even for my sun damage. I don't want any medical grade products. I don't want any medical intervention. I'm just doing what I'm doing. But thank you for watching so far. Now let's get to step number 3. Now, as I said, I've been on HRT for the last 7 months. I am 54. I'm not in full menopause. I'm in perimenopause. But I was having hot flashes really badly, probably for the last 5 years. So thankfully I got onto HRT. My regimen is that I'm doing the estrogel. See if you can see this. And sorry, it's very hard with the lighting. But I have 1.5 pumps of this. So basically you can see here, and I just pump it out onto this. So one, you can see it's a clear gel. And then I do a little bit extra. And then with this, I normally would put it on my, actually I'm going to do the other arm. I just put it on my arm, and you really just kind of dab it on. You don't have to kind of rub it like a cream. You just put it on and let it absorb. So this is every night. Now, some people do their routine in the morning. I do mine at night. That's what my doctor recommended. So that is the estrogel. So that's that. It's very hard to see. So that's part of it. And that's the estrogen. And then I'm also on a progesterone pill. And then this is 1 per night. So you can see they are these little tiny gel kind of like pills. So I take that. Oh no, my cup. I will take this in a minute. My cup is over there. And then I'm also on the estradiol vaginal insert. So I will show you these, and I'm not going to do a demonstration. So this is like this. It's a little insert, And then at the end, there is a pill. And I use this twice a week. So now this is to help with dryness. It's to help with bladder infection, bladder control. And I will say this has helped. I do see a difference with this as well. Actually, I've noticed a big difference, and I'm so glad that I started it. So that's this part of my evening routine. I'm going to find my cup. It's over here in the other side of the room. And I'm going to take my progesterone pill. So that's how I wrap up my evenings usually. And I do this protocol usually about an hour before I'm getting ready for bed. I'm back with my progesterone and my water. So I'm just going to take this. Now, I will say with the progesterone, there hasn't been a lot of side effects with any of this protocol, but the progesterone, I had really bad heartburn for probably the first 4 weeks. It did eventually go away, so that was really good. Now, with the estrogen gel, sometimes you will get breast tenderness with this. That I had for the first maybe week. And then if you increase the dose, you'll get a little bit of the tenderness as well, but eventually it does go away. And with the estrogen gel, you can see that it's still there on my arm, kind of glistening. It does take about 5 to 10 minutes for it to fully absorb. So I just leave it like that. That's why I do it about an hour before bed as well, to give myself time for everything to kind of process, this to absorb, and get myself ready for going to sleep. I've never slept so good since I started the HRT. It's amazing. So I'm so happy that I started this protocol. It's really helped. Again, let me know if you have any questions in the comments. I always wrap up my evening with brushing my teeth and flossing. Do not forget to floss. You do not want to neglect your gums. The final step in my evening is just sitting down and reading a book for even just a few minutes, just something to relax my mind before I settle in for the night. And if you've made it to the very end, thank you so much. I truly appreciate you. And until next time, bye for now.